Good day. This is the Professor, CBMD PhD, and today's Friday, July 14th, 2023. It is 6:48 and 16 seconds, AM Eastern Standard Time, and today's research, microplastics. So let's hop to it here. Global study details microplastics, contamination, at lakes and reservoirs, date July 12th, 2023. Source: University of Kansas. A project involving 79 researchers belonging to the International Global Lake Ecological Observatory Network finds that concentrations of plastic found in freshwater environments are actually higher than those found in so-called garbage patches in the ocean. As some of these lakes you think of as clear, beautiful vacation spots, but we discovered such places to be perfect examples of the link between plastics and humans. Researchers set out towing a net with tiny little holes in it, dragging it for about 2 minutes, then collecting those samples of microplastics and sending them off to lead researchers. The team sampled surface waters of 38 lakes and reservoirs distributed across gradients of geological position and limnological attributes and detected plastic debris, and all studied lakes and reservoirs. And places like Clinton Lake are relatively low in microplastics because while there are many animals and trees, there aren't a lot of humans relative to somewhere like Lake Tahoe where people are living all around it. Some of these lakes are seemingly pristine and beautiful, yet that is where the microplastics come from. The researchers say that many of the plastics are from something as outwardly innocuous as t-shirts. The simple act of people getting in swimming and having clothing that has microfibers in it leads to microplastics getting everywhere. The researchers study cities, two types of water bodies studied that are particularly vulnerable to plastic contamination, lakes and reservoirs in densely populated and urbanized areas, and those with elevated deposition areas, long water retention times, and high levels of anthropogenic influence. Researchers say concentrations as metro works as a garbage patch. You always think of the big bottles and stuff, but you are not thinking of all that smaller stuff. You don't see a huge garbage patch in Lake Tahoe, yet it is one of the most impacted lakes when it comes to microplastics. Those are plastics you can't really see with the naked eye, and you get underneath a scope at 40,000x, and you see these little jagged pieces and other particles that are the same size as algae or even smaller. In this study, there is one dot in the middle of the country, and that is their sample. In Iowa, Missouri, and Colorado, there is a huge swath of area that has water bodies. We often don't get them into those massive global studies, so it was really important for them to put Kansas on the map to see and contextualize what these differences are in the lakes. The biggest takeaway from the study is that microplastics can be found in all lakes. Obviously there are different concentrations, but they are literally everywhere, and the biggest contributing factor to these microplastics is human interaction with the lakes. And this is the Professor of Microbiology, Bioinformatics, Pathophysiology, and Nature of Research. This video was created for educational purposes only. Hope you enjoyed listening. Until next time, have a great day.